Hey, good morning, folks. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Looking into the weekend, uh, pretty good, but not quite as warm as today. We will make it into the 80s in most spots today. Yesterday, we overshot our forecast by 3 or 4 degrees, a lot of 77, 78s for official temperatures, so that should put us at 80 degrees. Now, we have a couple of hurdles to get over if we want to have a dry weekend. Notice two large storm systems, one to the southwest, one to the west. Southwest one will come at the southern third of Michigan with rain, and in some places, fairly big rain on Friday, tomorrow. And then the weekend will dodge the next storm system. But that next storm being dodged because of one thing, cooler air moving in from the northeast. So we still have to talk about the chance of frost. All right, so here we go. And we're looking at those two storm systems off to the west. Hey, good morning, Thomas Smolka. Doesn't anybody have a name like Smith anymore? All right, so European model shows great today. Tomorrow afternoon, and I'll show it to you a little closer in just a second, that's when the rain comes into the far southwest part of the state and peels southeast, and then the storm out west tries to come at us for Mother's Day, but the northeast wind kicks in and dries it up and shoves it to the south. So we get a dry Mother's Day, but kind of have to pay for it a couple of days down the road after that, in that we get a chilly wind come in by Wednesday morning or so. I'll show you those temperatures. And do not despair. I know the cooler air in the forecast makes you roll your eyes, but remember, the overall atmosphere is warmer. And our heat waves now, I was talking about this yesterday to a group, our heat waves now come from a weird direction. Big sign of climate change. Our heat waves come from Canada. When I first started this in the late 80s, our heat waves came from South Carolina and Georgia and Alabama up through Tennessee to Kentucky to Indiana, Ohio, and moved their way into Michigan. Now they come from the Northwest. And that's the sign that I'm seeing again. So once this cold pocket burns off, we could again see another dramatic jump to much hotter temperatures. So as we go out through the next 10 days, we have a couple of cold fronts, but we also have the heat building up in Canada. Here's a little closer of a look at Friday, and you could see Friday afternoon, maybe showers coming into maybe Grand Rapids, a light shower or two, but more likely Benton Harbor, St. Joe, the very southwest corner of the state. And as we go through the evening on Friday, that can move across I-94, Jackson, Ann Arbor, Detroit area, and far southern parts of the state. Then Saturday is dry, and yes, Mother's Day. Looks like it's dry until maybe late in the evening. You get a stray shower again in the very far southeast part of the state. Hey, good morning, Tom Ramsey from sunny Freeport and Jack Clark. Total precip Friday, couple of tenths in the southern two tiers of counties, otherwise dry. Mother's Day, add on another tenth, maybe in the far southeast. And then we don't get a whole lot until we get to the following end of the week. Thomas Smolka has all his plants for the garden. Keep them watered, plant the ones that can handle a frost, and get ready to protect the ones that can't. Today will be 80 to 82 degrees. Friday, better in Traverse City and Gaylord and Alpena than Jackson and Kalamazoo and Detroit and Ann Arbor, because the northern part of the state gets more sunshine on Friday. About 80 degrees there. And then Saturday, just a touch cooler, but still mid-70s. And then Mother's Day, mid to upper 60s, just because of some cloudiness around. Monday back to the 70s. So you can see this is generally a very, very spring-like forecast. 60s on Tuesday, 60s on Wednesday, but I want to show you the morning low temperatures. Monday morning, you could have some mid-30s. That's a frosty morning, perhaps. And Wednesday morning, you could have some 35 to 40 degree readings. And Thursday morning, and then again next Saturday, May 20th, in the 40s. So the point is, the pocket of cold is still up there. Frost is not a sure bet. It doesn't look like a killing freeze, but some of those things that you plant are very tender right now. They haven't taken hold. You know, a tomato or a pepper plant at 34 or 35 could be stunted. So you're going to want to, if you plant, which I think you can, you're going to want to have some buckets around in case you have to cover those up here in the next week or so, and then we'll be off and running. Hey, there's your MLive morning weather update. Thanks for joining me. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. It is a great day. Get out and enjoy it. Bye.